Hi, it's Jason Bates here, faculty with Executive Rockstar. I'm really excited to be posting one of our first tips today, especially as it's not every day that you get to give away $2.5 million worth of advice. But today I do, at roughly $500,000 a minute. The subject, productivity, time management, to-do lists, everyone's favourite. I guess I should start by introducing the new site. Each week we'll be posting some great content here. Tips, stories and tactics relevant to making you the next executive rockstar. We'll keep the content down to under 5 minutes a post because I know that you're busy, but watching and reading these tips and stories is going to be well worth your time. So let's get on. We all want to do more with our days, but without burning ourselves out, rushing, stressing about the sheer volume of tasks that we all have to do. We want to create extra time to do those strategic projects that are going to make our names. But how? Where do we start? The biggest mistakes I see clients make with time management, and I made plenty in my early days, is that they focus on efficiency at the expense of effectiveness. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, many people try to get more things done rather than more of the right things done. Why? Because it's easier. If you think about it, there are really important tasks that you're avoiding because you don't enjoy them, or you're afraid of some aspect of the task, or it's just too big and fluffy to think about. By having a big list of tasks to choose from, you can cherry pick what you want to do next. Maybe not the most important task, but you can get lots of smaller things done that you quite enjoy. You can have a busy day and go home feeling like you've accomplished something with minimal discomfort. But follow that path, and to be honest, we all do at times, and rarely are the tasks that you finish the right ones. We get things done, but it's busy work. We don't accomplish things that are really going to make our name in the organisation, the results that will safeguard our jobs and get us those big promotions. So we fill our days with tasks that don't really get us anywhere special. So what can we do about it? And where is this $2.5 million advice I promised you? Well, it's not a new question we're talking about here, and I'd like to tell you a little story from the turn of the last century. It's about Charles Schwab. I'm sure you might have heard of him. After becoming president of the Carnegie Steel Works, aged only 35, Schwab went on to grow Bethlehem Steel Corporation into the second largest steel company in the United States. But it wasn't easy sailing for him. In something like 1904, he asked a management consultant, Ivy Lee, how the managers of his company could be more productive. He really needed more out of them. He needed executive rock stars. Mr. Lee told him that he could increase the productivity of his company by 50% if he followed some very simple instructions. The instructions? Step 1. Take a piece of paper and write down the 6 most important tasks that you have to do tomorrow. Step 2. Consider the list and pick out the most important task, and then rank the remaining tasks in order of importance. Step 3. Tomorrow morning, when you come into the office, start the first task and don't start anything else until you've completed it. Step 4. When you finish that task, start with the next most important task, and when you finish that task, start with the next most important task. Step 5. Spend 5 minutes at the end of every day making a list for the next day. Now, I'm sure, like Charles Schwab, you're thinking, this is madness. I've got hundreds of tasks to do and all kinds of activities that I've got to undertake. But Mr. Lee was insistent that this could make a massive difference to the company's effectiveness. You might not get more tasks done, but you will get more of the right tasks done, he told Schwab. As for a fee for the advice, well, he did something clever here. He said that he'd accept whatever Schwab thought the advice was worth, but only after trying it out for a while. The meeting lasted 30 minutes. 2 weeks later, Ivy received a check for $25,000 with a note from Charles Schwab saying that it was the most profitable advice that he'd ever received. Now remember, this was 1904. In today's money, that check would be worth in excess of $2.5 million. Bethlehem Steel did go on to great things. Time management doesn't have to be complex to be effective. You just have to know where to focus, and that's what the Executive Rockstar Initiative is all about. Of course, things have changed a little, I wouldn't advise you to keep making a new list of 6 important tasks every day. You need to keep a big list of possible tasks that you're committed to doing and that you can add to as you come up with new great ideas. And then each night you can select the 6 most important tasks to concentrate on tomorrow from that list. Doing the most important tasks next is key. It makes the path forward clear, it reduces distractions and busy work, and it's a small tip that can have a profound effect on what you accomplish day to day. We've got to create some space for strategic activities if you're going to develop your career. Of course, following this simple plan isn't as easy as it sounds, and you're going to find that out this week when you put Mr. Lee's advice to work. To help, I've attached a PDF file of a single page that you can print out, fold in half and then half again to create a desktop reminder. Print it out, keep it in sight, and it'll help. If anyone asks about it, you're conducting an experiment in productivity inspired by Charles Schwab. Give it a try. I'd love to hear how you get on. And of course, I'll expect your check in the post.